Good evening, gentlemen. Sorry about the noise. I have a fan running. You will just have to deal with it. You'll also have to deal with this cat that keeps trying to climb up on the bench. They have developed bad habits lately. It's been a while since we have spoken, my friends. I've been doing a little bit of dumb shit on the other channel. You can join me there with a link down there if you wish. It's not old computer related stuff, it's mostly dumb redneck stuff, which can also be fun sometimes, but this is actually quasi old computer stuff. This, you can probably tell from the top buttons, this is a Dolch Luggable. I don't think it's one of the packet analyzers per se, but it is a Dolch Luggable of some kind. There's the front where the keyboard is, and it's got what look to be ISA cards here, and it's got a sound card in it. That's a little unusual for a Dolch. In the back, it's got a power port and an on-off switch. There's no model number listed anywhere, only a serial number. I got this off of eBay for $150, which seemed pretty good for a Dolch. They're usually quite pricey. Oh no, now I can't fold that back down. It has both a floppy drive and a CD-ROM in it, which is interesting, and this looks factory. I'm going to guess this is a CD-ROM, not a DVD-ROM. I'm going to guess that this is probably a 486. We're going to find out in a moment. But I'm going to guess this is a 486. Shut up, radio. I'm trying to film a vidgeroo. It's really filthy, as you can see. It's missing a couple of feet here on the keyboard. You push on those little blue, green, whatever they are, tabs in the keyboard. Comes off of the front. This is the Dolch keyboard. As you can see, all of the tags on the inside are gone, and I've never seen a Dolch with speakers like this before. They've usually got a slightly larger screen and no speakers, and there's a big blue switch up here. This one's pretty nasty. The bezel is sticky, and I believe that's just that rubberized stuff, like the same kind of stuff that's on the ThinkPads that starts to turn gooey over time, so that's going to have to come off. I don't think it's just filth. And then the screen has these weird scratches on it. I don't think it's just dirt. I think those are like legit scratchifications there. Let's see if it cleans. I don't think it's going to. I thought that maybe it had been like cleaned with a very caustic cleaner of some sort, but no, this is very strange. Whatever this is, those are just deep scratches. It must have been used in some kind of industrial environment or something. I don't know. I mean, it's ugly, but I think it'll clean up all right. We'll have to replace the screen with something else, of course. The big question is, will it start up? In the eBay listing, it was shown with booted into a BIOS or something. Not booted per se, but, well, yeah, sort of booted into a BIOS. And where's my power cable? Oh, I should have cleaned off the bench before this. Is this plugged into anything? No. Okay. Oh, get out of here. Envelope thing. Oh, what a mess. Why am I such a slob? Send me a wife to keep my bench clean. Okay. let's see what's going to happen. Let's put you here where no keys will be pressed and see what happens. The power LED has lit. I can hear a fan running. I see no hard disk LED. I heard a double beep. I hear a hard drive trying to run. I see nothing on the screen. That's not surprising considering what it looks like, but I was kind of hoping it might work. Yeah, that is... Unless something rattled loose inside during shipping. The screen is dead. 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 I can hear the hard drive trying to initialize. And then there's a double beep. I'm going to go out on a limb and opine that there's probably some kind of CMOS battery in here that is shitty and not working right. Now, there is a VGA port here. But you know what? Let's just take it apart. This screen's got to go anyway. Yeah, let's do that. What a mess! Paper towel roll, get out of my way. All right, let's see what we can figure out here. How does this come? Oh, get up there, fucker. How does this come apart? This keyboard should unplug here. Very good. It is so filthy. So filthy. I suspect. Box of parts, you can stay up there where you belong. I suspect that the back comes off of it, so I'm going to put the keyboard, I'll latch it back on here to protect that lovely screen. I can't have anything happening to it. And see if the back comes off of this thing. These are the only screws I see. I'm going to guess that what we're going to find in here is a passive backplane and an industrial CPU card and peripherals, multi-IO card and shit in this area, and the disk drives here and the power supply here. Let's find out, shall we? Yes. And if you fools thought that I was going to go to the trouble of editing out the boring parts for you, well, you have underestimated my laziness these days. I'm not going to edit anything unless I accidentally shit myself on camera or something. The screw heads are a little rustified. I'm worried as to what we'll see inside. But I mean, now how does this happen? How very peculiar. There's a screw right there. What could possibly go wrong turning it upside down and balancing it precariously on the edge of the bench while we take random screws out of it? It'll be fine. Nothing to worry about. There's definitely a seam right here. And it seems like it's going to come apart. Ah! Progress has been made, gentlemen. Progress has been made. Did I speak too soon? Open up, you funky fuck. There we go. Oh, you motherfucker. Open up, you motherfucker. Open up. Open. I must see within. Ah. Oh, my, my, my. Oh, my, my, my. Oh, my, my, my. A 527 mega Bluetooth hard drive. It does appear to be IDE. It does appear, it appears to have an actual motherboard in it. Fascinating. Fascinating. How does this come out? Very carefully. Let us see. This is a funny arrangement here. That's not a full height CD-ROM drive. I was hoping I could put a 5.25 inch floppy drive in here, but it doesn't look like that is going to happen the way this frame is made. We can look at that later. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Media Vision sound card. That will be a Sound Blaster compatible. And that has the... what is this fucking ribbon cable going to? That is a big ribbon cable. That looks like a 50-pin ribbon cable. Is that SCSI? That's not IDE. I guess we'll find out. I think these screws come out and then... no. The back plane is attached to the power supply. Power supply is attached to this frame on the bottom here. Oh, I see. Oh, duh, I'm a dumbass. Okay, so this thing just swings up out of the way. Alright. Let's see how you're trying to trick me, you tricksy trickster. Let's see what you're doing. I'm on to your game. You can't fool me. Except when you can. Oh, I should have cleaned off the bench for this. Okay. There we go. Alright, so that is some kind of card stable router. That's interesting. Very interesting. And then we can pull out this sound card and this router. This must be CD audio, perhaps? I don't know. For future reference, putting it back together, the blue wire goes to pin 1, although that'll probably be pretty obvious the way that the wire is bent when it's time to do that, assuming it even goes back in. And this big boy, it needs to come out of here. Why is this big fat 50-pin cable, or whatever it is? Yeah, that's a 50-pin cable. Is that SCSI on the sound card? I'll have to look that card up. That could be potentially very useful in the ProLinea. Unless this thing becomes my main 486 class machine. We shall see. Oh, unplug that cable that goes to the internal speakers. Okay. MediaVision Pro Audio Spectrum 16. That is going to be SCSI then. That is a good sound card, I think. I don't know much about PCs, but the Pro Audio Spectrum 16 has a good reputation, I think. And here's a modem. That is as useful as you would expect. Everyone needs a modem. Everything's surface mounted. That's probably some kind of WIN modem. It doesn't have a separate UART on it. Nothing useful to salvage from there, although that speaker and audio coupling transformer might be useful for something. Parts. Parts is parts. Okay. Yeah, this thing. Oh, now that's interesting. This. Meow, says Mr. Cat. This is so strange. This PCM-CIA adapter is an ISA card. But it is permanently mounted here somehow. Socket 2 says the CPU socket here. Anti-bias American Megatrend Super Voyager VLB3. This is pretty high spec for 86, I think. I hope we can get it working. So this thing's got VGA built into this ISA card that also has the PCM-CIA slots on it. And this cable is unplugged. Why is this cable unplugged? This cable has been haculated or something. The top's off of it. That's not the IDE cable. What could it be? Oh, someone's been in here and fucked with it. Someone has been in here and fucked with it. I'm not exactly sure how this is supposed to come apart. I'm going to just start taking the screws out and see what happens. What was that just fell off? Oh, that was just something. Yes, I am going to just start taking screws out see what happens. Oh, get out of the way, shit ass. Out of the way. Out of the way. I don't think there are any other screws holding that back plane onto anything, so maybe this whole bracket comes out and then all of this pulls out as a unit, but this stuff has to come out first, I believe. Let's try taking this metal space panel thingaroo off of here. I know I'm off the camera, but I didn't clean the bench up. There, now you can sort of see. Good enough. I don't care anymore. YouTube is trash. I don't care if any of you watch this or not. Well, that's a cute little bracket. I think that I could make this take a full-size 5.25 inch drive if I were so inclined. Does this come out? This feels like it's cross-threaded. I don't think it was just stiff for some reason. This one feels the same. Ah, the good old take screws out until something falls apart. There's a screw missing here. Someone has been in here before. If we do have to put a screen in this thing, I think it would be cool to put a touch screen in it. Don't you? Now, this is something of a clusterfuck. Surely this comes out and then you unplug the cables once you can reach them. Surely that's how this works. Yes, this was a CD audio cable. Oh, come out of there, you dirty twerp. Yes, I know, my head is filthy. I've been buried in conduit all day. Deal with it. I shall shower before bed because I'm just going to get dirty again once I'm done with this. That motherfucker does not want to come out of there. There we go. 527 megabloods. Definitely some 486 class machine. If it were a high-spec 486, I would have thought it would have had something a bit larger than that in it, though. Fascinating. Fascinating. This is really tight. What if the power supply and this bracket both have to come out of here at the same time? That's insane. But I think that's how it's supposed to happen. Oh, strip out the screw head, Lee. Strip out the screw head, Lee. Strip out the screw head. If I ever meet Mr. Phillips on the street, I'm going to punch him in the dick. Maybe the power supply comes out first. I don't know, it's trying to. This is so bizarre. Here we go. Maybe I just needed to take it loose. 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 Alright, hard drive. Flopperoo. Cedaroo. Cedaroo. That's a fucking funny height, scuzzy CD-ROM, I believe. And it's got a weird just like a Molex splitter in it. They're different lengths though, so it must be custom to this application. That's odd. Oh, that came off of something. I assume that would be, yes, that would be the power for the floppy drive. Look at that funny business. Funny little bracket and a funny little half height, or like 2/6 height CD-ROM and a funny little laptop floppy drive, but a fucking 527 megabyte old school IDE hard drive. Toshiba XM40 4101B. I do not see any jumpers for setting the SCSI ID. Oh wait, yes I do. Yes I do. It's jumpered funny, but I guess if that's the only thing on the SCSI bus, it can be the first disk in the chain. It's not like it's trying to boot off of a SCSI hard drive. So that's interesting. That is very interesting. I wonder, I should have ejected this while the power was on. I'll fuck with it later. I'll fuck with it later. That is a surprisingly heavy conglomeration there. Okay, so here's a SCSI cable. IDE and floppy cables. I believe that this whole power supply needs to come out of here next. Very nice. That is an AT power supply connector, not ATX. Very interesting. This, what the actual fuck? What the actual fuck? don't know. One of these must be the... I don't know. It's bizarre. These connectors are just pushed together and zip tied together. If I unhook them, how will I... This is so weird. This one wasn't plugged into anything, was it? I'm off the camera again. Oh, it's so weird. This is weird, man. It's weird. I'm telling you, this is weird. That's just a regular VLB motherboard. Huh. I mean, it's kind of narrow, it seems, but I can see ISA slots underneath of all this stuff. This riser's just plugged into the rightmost ISA slot. Very strange. That must be the LCD connector for video. Huh. Okay. That's a funny little multi-IO card thing. I don't know exactly how I want to go about this. Let me just see if I can color code these with a Sharpie, and then hopefully I can get them back together correctly. That's weird, man. That's weird, man. Got some stuff put together here. Am I out of colors? No, here's something else. Oh, I can see colors. One more. It goes up to this connector that's just glued on there. I suspect that's power to the LCD screen. I suspect that's what that is. I ought to have a blue marker around here somewhere. Unless the cat took it to sniff. Wouldn't put it past him. You guys are probably screaming at your screens being like, "It's right there, dumbass." You were correct. you were correct. That kind of looks black, but I think I'll be able to tell from the length of the cables, if nothing else. Alright, that thing is kind of glued together. I gotta get this glue off of here. A little hot gloop. Okay, power supply, Digital Power Corp. 10 amps at 5 volts, 3 amps at 12 volts, 1 amp at negative 12 volts, and 1 amp at negative 5 volts. Fascinating. Now we can get rid of a floppy cable and a IDE cable. So fascinating. So very, very fascinating. It's got onboard peripherals. The serial port and the parallel port are built into the motherboard. Interesting. Interesting. They folded the shit out of those two. Now, it's got some electrical tape on the back of it, presumably to keep it from shorting against something. I think that the rest of this bracket must come out now. Right? It's much lighter without the disk drives in there. These 3 screws, perhaps? I believe so. I do believe so. So rusty. Deep cleaning is in order. A very deep cleaning. Alright. Did I miss a screw? I did. There is a screw underneath of this. There's definitely a screw underneath of this. So, I think I see how this is supposed to come apart. I think maybe I should have taken this off to begin with. Now, how? I don't want to fuck these up. This is a major part of the Dolch appeal right here. But I think these covers just pop off of here, is what it looks like to me. But perhaps they slide off. No, I think they pop off. And I suspect they pop off this end first. The way that little divot looks there. Well, there are screws under there, and that's the only way to get to them. And they go all the way through this into this. So they've got to come out of there. This thing comes off of here some way. Those of you who are Dolch enthusiasts are probably screaming at your screens right now. Well, that was surprisingly pleasant. I don't think I fucked it up hardly at all. Very good, very good. Got a good. We have figured out the trick, gentlemen. We have figured out the trick. I suspect I should probably get rid of the keyboard at this point. This is a very nice keyboard, by the way. I didn't realize. I don't think those are Alps switches. I'm going to guess those are some kind of cherry switch. I did not realize that these had such a good keyboard. I'm surprised that some keyboard hoarding chud didn't grab it up for the $150 just for the keyboard. Oh, okay, these are like little slideroos. I see. And then this is the handificator. Excrement. Excellent. And then I believe that the flat hoots come out next, down here perhaps. These are neat little feet. The feet fold up to tilt the thing while you're using it, and then fold down when you're hooting it around like a luggage. Pretty cool. I'm so glad that I finally found a Dolch for a decent price. Even if it's all fucked up, it will provide an excellent vehicle to build something neato with later on, I suspect. Even if it's not worth salvaging in its present state. Ooh, I don't want to pull on that too hard. Yes. Yes, yes. I think this is how it comes. It's just being something of a little bitch about it. Here we go. Yes, the screen is coming to. Oh, okay. Speakers. Switcheroos. That is fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Now, the speakers, I can't hardly show you this. The speakers plug into these wires up here for future reference when reassembling. The right-hand speaker goes on the top. And the left-hand speaker goes on botulum, which is looking like it's very difficult to get to. See if I can break something. Alright. Well, that's nice that the bezel kind of comes out as its own thing, even if I have to completely replace the LCD with something entirely different. It shouldn't be terribly troublesome to drill this plate and perhaps tap it, or maybe just use nuts or something to put standoffs in the right places for installing a completely different screen if necessary. I'll have to do some funny business to adapt to the buttons. Let me set this to the side. I'll get this up here where you can see the buttons. This part is not tremendously thick on its own. I suspect that it requires this metal shell to be remotely strong and would break easily if rassled around much. What did I do with my toweleroos? My wipe durators that I was using to defuckify the funk. Oh, what is wrong with my brain? I can't remember what I'm doing for more than 20 seconds at a time. I want to see if this gross shiznit cleans off of here, or whether that's like built-in funk or something. It does not look like the previous owner did anything to clean this thing. Yeah, I don't understand why there's that rubberized coating on this part, but not on this part. Or why this rubberized coating started to degrade before this did, but that appears to be what it is. The 50-50 mix of isopropyl and Windex is just cutting right through it like it's not there. So I'll just have to scrub the shit out of this and get all of that off of there, and then it should be pretty and happy again. That's pretty groovy. Pretty groovy. Alright. Let's stack that precariously on top of everything else that I have piled up precariously in this filthy shithole. Okay, now this screen. That's just weird, man. Is that actually the screen, or is that some kind of protective floodle-loodle taped over top of the screen? That is the actual LCD panel, I suspect. Those are really deep gouges. And they're weird gouges. I think something melted this, is what I think. I think that is mighty peculiar. Let's take it off. Oh, look, we can get a model number off of here. We will never find one of those, will we? So this shit down here that the audio was plugged into, this is all capacitors and passive components and shit. I don't know what the purpose of all of this shit is. Strange. Well, since the screen is junk, I'm just going to set it right down on there like that. Oh, we have to take the screw out. That's the whole reason. That's the whole reason that we disassembled it like this. I say. Alright, now this whole discombobulated combobulation ought to just come right out of here now, right? Oh, what's it stuck on? Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, there's just stuck on that little doohickey there. There we go. Wow, what the fuck, man? Oh. No. Well, that's funny. It's a plate that everything's bolted to. If I took this plate out and drilled and tapped, I could put 2 more ISA cards in here. These are just regular ISA slots with a plate bolted to the outside. You're very strange people, Dolch. You're very strange people. In order to get that off of there, though, I have to remove all of these connector routers, including the VGA connector. It would be far easier to just pull this wire through here. Hopefully I'll remember how this goes back together, assuming it goes back together this way and doesn't end up getting something entirely different in it. Come out, you dirty rat. Now, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, so this has a CHIPS ROM on it. That's going to be a VGA BIOS, I guess. Ouch! Ah, it has a CHIPS 65535 VGA controller on it. Assume that's what that is. That's some RAM, I think. There's a dual PCMCIA slots. This thing here must be some variety of multi-IO chip. Or perhaps that's just the PCMCIA interface chip, and then this will be some kind of LCD connector. Yeah, it's got an unpopulated DVI connector over here. That's very strange. This is a strangely modern-ish type of card to have in an old machine like this. And there's a little bit of electrical tape on the back to keep it from shorting on something. Very peculiar. And the back plane ought to just unplug here now. Here's the back plane. It was just plugged into this right-hand ISA slot, right like that. Very interesting. So this is a, yeah, I guess it tracks a VLB 486 motherboard would still have an AT style power connector on it. Wouldn't it? Yeah. You know what? We are going to take this thing off of here, because if I don't, it's going to flex and break when I'm fucking with it. Because it is not very sturdy. That doesn't have a wire on it, does it? No. That one's very close. I'll have to take it out the slow way. So I've got an industrial backplane that I could put in this thing. If we wanted to soup it all up. This is just so strange though. I've never seen a Dolch in this configuration. With the speakers and everything. What was the purpose of this machine? It doesn't have the packet analyzer card in it either. It's just like a lunchbox computer with no special hardware in it. The packet sniffers that I was thinking of, they've got this one special card that does network analysis stuff in hardware. And the rest of it was just a normal PC, I think, but very strange, very strange. Okay, so here is this card. This is a Dolch card. This was made by Dolch for a Dolch. It's not a third-party card like the rest of that stuff I was expecting it to be. But this board is this actually a Dolch board, or is it a third-party board of some kind? Because I thought that Dolch sourced all of their motherboards and shit from like over-the-counter stuff. Surely it has a model number or something on it somewhere. It's got a regular old AT keyboard connector up here, plugged right into the damn thing that goes to the doohickey that the keyboard plugs into. Assembled and tested in the USA with US and foreign components. Let's see a serial number. I don't know. Maybe it's printed on the other side. This battery has leaked on here some. That bodes ill. Mr. Cat, get off of my desk. I don't know what size memory this is. I'm half afraid to take it out because these memory sockets get brittle. I'll probably fuck it up. Be very, very careful. Oh, my vision's not good enough to see that. I can't see it well enough to know. Sorry, 72 pin RAM though, for what it's worth. So it is most certainly a late era 486. Here's the hard disk drive LED. We shall unplug it and remove the motherboard. Where are the screws? It has a nut holding it in. It has one nut holding it in, I believe. Interesting. Bold choice there, Cotton. Bold choice. I'm using a pair of needle nose pliers for this, and I have a whole set of nut drivers sitting right here ready to use. If I can dig enough under all this shit. That is too big. That is not what she said. That is too big. That is too big. Well, gentlemen, I may have been lying about having the correct nut driver sitting right here. I may have been a dirty, filthy liar. I swear I've got that nut driver here somewhere. This isn't too big, right? Yes, very much. Great, here we go. Too small. Too small. That's what I usually hear. I've got a blue handled one that should be the right size. Where the hell is it? Enraged. Well, I guess we're using the needle nose after all. Someday I'll clean up the bench. Someday. I don't see any more screws in it. So I can slide that thing back, but the way that stud's on there, I don't think it will. I have to take it out the old-fashioned way, I guess. Maybe I can't. Bastard ought to slide on back there, maybe. Alright, keyboard connector. Fan connector. Right here. Some other connector right next to the fan connector. Maybe that's a speaker connector. Key lock, it says. That would be the power LED, I suspect. Okay, there's the motherboard. Absolutely unmarked on the reverse side. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, here we go. American Megatrends, Super Voyager, VLB3 Series 707, Revision E, copyright 1995. Here we've got a battery that's starting to shit the bed. Where are my crappy cutters? I don't want to use my good cutters on that. Let's get you out of here, shitty battery. I think my crappy cutters may be too crappy to cut. I guess we are using the better ones before I tear traces on the board. That is not going to come out of there. Yeah, I bend it a little bit, it'll come. That's a thick one. Oh, get in there, you slut. There we go. No, I missed. Alright. Well, that could be worse. I'll try to find some vinegar and clean that up here in a minute. This is going to be the usual 3.6 volt, yeah. Nickel metal hydride battery. To the trash with you. Let's see if we can figure out what CPU this is. I am rather curious. I think I can pop this heatsink off of here without fucking something up. No, I doubt it too. That is a 486 DX2 66 Nito. So I've got a DX250 industrial board that would fit in up there. Delete the motherboard entirely. Drill a couple more standoffs into that power supply enclosure to hold the bottom part of that back plane, and I could junk this whole board if I can't fix it. I don't even know if I want to try to fix it. I mean, if this is a regular AT size motherboard, I could probably put some kind of early Pentium in here, which might be cool too. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I restore it to its slow-ass glory, or soup it up into something it wasn't originally to begin with? I don't know either. The Dolch form factor is just so good. It would be such a useful machine. You know what I could do? I could get it going as it is, and then stick a Raspberry Pi in it elsewhere, and rig it up so I could attach the keyboard and screen to it, or switch them back and forth or something. And then I could have a newer machine hidden inside of the 486. However, I would probably want a higher resolution LCD for that, which might not work with that Dolch video card. I don't know. Why don't you guys tell me what you think I should do with this thing? It's gonna get fixed or rooted. I guess the first order of business is to just try to get the motherboard working in general. Clean everything up first, and then try to get the motherboard working in general. I guess, should we go ahead and take this screen off of here? I guess. We might as well. We're this deep. Now, it had the two big speakers in the front, hooked to the sound card, and then it's got this shitty little beeper down here for the PC speaker, I guess. I'm surprised it didn't run that through the system sound card. Fascinating. Fascinating. Mr. Cat, stay off the desk. Oh, now that's a right fine mess. Look at that. That's a right fine mess. That must be some kind of control line for the controls down here. I squared C or something. Was I squared C around back in this era? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. You retarded, stupid little bitch. You can unplug if you'd like. That would suit me just fine. Out. Out, I say. It's trying to come, but I keep losing my grip. That's what she said. Okay. Now this garbage needs to come out of... This is very light once you've removed the disk drives and stuff. Very light frame. There's a plastic sheet here. There we go. Alright. TFT color LCD contains cold cathode fluorescent lamps. Please follow local ordinances or regulations for disposal. Followed by lots of Japanese writing that I don't understand. Do you think they popped the top off of this IDC cable to make it fit with that backplane and that PCMCIA/video card on it? They must have. I think it's safe to say that this screen is thrashed, so it doesn't really matter if I tear it up. So let's just go balls to the wall here. How about that? sticker. Oh, enraging. So enraging. I was trying to take that off so I could see the damn part number on the LCD. That's not going to come without fucking up the sticker, is it? Pain in the ass. That may just be a serial number anyway. NL, I think that's a 6, might be an 8. NL6 448AC30-06. No, that's an 8. NL8 448 AC30-AC30-06. Interesting. Okay. BF 44037, made in Japan, 1994. I would like to know how this screen got so fucked up. That's really something. I don't know, that might be some kind of protective film over top of the screen. Some of those scratches are so deep though. I think even if it is, the damage goes deeper than this surface layer. Yeah, that's... I don't think this is supposed to come off. No. The panel looks fine underneath the shit, whatever's wrong with it, but this is going to be some kind of polarized thing, I suspect. And if we take that off, yeah, we just need to get a new screen for it. I don't think this is going to accomplish anything. Nope. Oh well. Fascinating. Ten inch. 10 inch. 10 inch. 10 inch. Well, the Dolch has been thoroughly disassembled. I need to figure out what to do with it now, whether I should try to get the existing stuff working or turn it into something a little more useful. I mean, don't hate me too hard, but a higher end Raspberry Pi would fit in this thing really nice. Might even fit in there alongside the 486 board. Especially if I delete the motherboard and use that backplane 486 board. The whole 486 computer then will fit in just this little space here. And I'll have all kinds of other space to put like the Pi and some little hardware to switch video displays and keyboards between the two. And then I can rig up a thing or something. Maybe I can use some of these buttons that were originally for the LCD. I'll put like a 10-inch touchscreen here, and then I'll use some of these buttons to switch between the Pi and the 486 or something. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's a funny Dolch. A model of Dolch that I have never before seen. Not that I'm a Dolch expert or anything, but pretty interesting. Alright, I probably won't get back to this until after Tandy Assembly. I need to start getting ready for that. Come to Springfield, Ohio for Tandy Assembly. I will buy you a beer if you say the magic word when you run into me. I'll be the dude with the eye patch and the beard. I'll be the only one there with an eye patch and a beard, I suspect. So you won't make any mistakes in that regard. Come say hi. I'll buy you a beer. I might even let you eat my cat. Alright, bye.